up, YouTube? I'm back. So after I think 2 episodes, we're back in Wano Kuni because the last 2 episodes were about what was happening outside of Wano, and we learned a lot about Sabo. We learned about Garp and everything like that. So it was pretty cool to have a 2 episodes break from the Wano arc. But now, before we actually got back to the island, we were with Roger's crew. We saw his ship again, which is pretty cool. We saw him, we saw some members of his crew, because we don't get a lot of moment with him and his crewmate, so I thought that was pretty cool. And obviously they were having a lot of fun. It reminded me a lot of Luffy and his crew, just drinking and having fun. Obviously some of the members that we saw is the doctor that is in the White House with Laboon. Obviously he was there for Roger because he was ill. And then we saw other members of the crew like Rayleigh. Obviously he was the vice captain of this crew, and obviously Rayleigh is one of my favorite character in the show right now. Ever since he was introduced to us, he's one of my favorite characters, and it's pretty cool to see him when he was young. Then we saw other characters from Roger's crew, like this guy right there. They didn't say their names, but I'm guessing that they showed them because they are pretty important to this crew. So hopefully we'll learn more about them in the future of the series. He had a fishman that they showed in the episode, which like I said, I think they're going to be important characters in the future of the One Piece series. And then there was this other crewmate. I think she's a woman, maybe he's a man, I don't know, but it seems like she's a woman maybe. And they showed her too, so I think they did that on purpose, and they're going to be important in the future, so we'll see. We also saw Buggy and Shanks when they were younger, when they were kind of apprentice pirates, and that was pretty cool. I like their voice actor for their younger self. And obviously we saw the one of the main characters of this current arc, and this is Oden, Kozuki Oden. And we already knew that he went with Roger's crew for a few years before returning to Wano Kuni, so it was pretty cool to see him there. And he basically said that in 20 years he will open Wano Kuni. And I'm wondering if he actually knew that it was going to happen in 20 years, or if that was just his goal, because right now that was 25 years ago, so it's a little bit later than 20 years. But he knew that in about 20 or some years, maybe Wano Kuni will open to the world again, so we'll see if that's gonna happen in the future of the show. But it seems like it maybe happens, so we'll see. But yeah, it was really cool to see just Roger's crew having fun and seeing more of the characters that was on his ship, because we don't get a lot of that. But anyway, man, in this week's episode we started Wano Act 3, and it just seems impossible because it seems like only weeks ago we were in Wano Act 1, but it's been going for a while now. I heard that it's even longer than the Marineford arc, so I just can't wait to see what's coming next for this arc. But today it was the Fire Festival, and the episode in the Fire Festival is obviously a big day in One Piece because it's the day that they decided to attack Onigashima, where Kaido and his crew is, and it's also a big day because Orochi and Kaido has a banquet with their armies together, 30,000 soldiers or something like that. So it's a big day for them too, so it was a big day overall for the land of Wano, for the samurai and Luffy and all of them, and then for Kaido and Orochi. So something that we learned in this week's episode is that the seasons and weather differs by location in the land of Wano. So every section of Wano has a different season and weather. So I thought it was pretty cool to learn. But the big thing of this week's episode was the rendezvous, for the attack on Onigashima. And it seems like it didn't work because the samurais were the only ones that were there. Luffy's crew wasn't there. The other people, in the prisons wasn't there. So nobody was there at the rendezvous. And it seems like something happened 2 days ago. So they made there was basically a flashback during the episode of 2 days, and it seems like something happened, and that's the reason why Orochi was really happy at the beginning of the episode. He was saying it's a good day because there's something that happened in these 2 days, so I'm guessing that we'll learn that in the next few episodes. But something big happened, because nobody was there at the rendezvous point. So I can't wait to see what's gonna happen with that, because for them to maybe beat Luffy's crew and everyone that was supposed to be there is kind of crazy. So I'm really wondering what happened. So yeah, they had 2 days to prepare for the attack on Onigashima. The Straw Hats were also separated because I think Luffy, Brook, Chopper, Nami, Robin, Sanji, and Zoro were all together, and then not Zoro, but Usopp and Frankie were together to repair the ship for the attack on Onigashima. So they were separated. I don't know where the Hearts Pirate are. The last time we saw Law, he defeated Hawkins. So we'll have to learn that in the future of the series. I'm not really sure where they are right now. Something that I wanted to talk about is the new armor that Luffy has. That was pretty cool. Brook and Chopper also had armors, samurai armors. It was pretty cool that they have that. Not Luffy, but Robin and Nami doesn't seem to have something to protect them, I guess. So they have to fight in kimonos. It's okay, but hopefully they have some sort of armor to go fight, on Onigashima. And Zoro basically said that he didn't want one because it would slow him down, And obviously we all know that Sanji has something up his sleeve, because of, the suit that he has. Something that I really wanted to talk about in this review is that the power ups that Zoro and Sanji have had in this arc is pretty cool because both of them got power ups. Zoro has one of Oden's sword and it's pretty powerful. Like we saw in this week's episode, he basically almost killed Sanji, And obviously, Sanji has a power ups with his Germa 66 suit, So that's pretty cool. We also saw Nami have a power up in the last arc with the Big Mom's cloud, so she's even stronger now. And we also saw Luffy, with his Gear Fort Snake Man, so we saw multiple power ups. I think in Dressrosa, I think Usopp also got a power up with his observation haki. So I'm wondering what power ups we'll see for other Straw Hats members. One last thing that I want to talk about in this week's review is Okiku, and I know that the shot that you're seeing on the screen right now is not Okiku, it's actually Kinemon's wife. But Okiku, I've been wondering how she turned from a man to a woman. And I've watched some episodes of One Piece of the Marineford arc, and I just remembered that Ivankov could actually transform a man into a woman or a woman into a man, so maybe he's the one that did that to Okiku in a fashion. Maybe Okiku wanted to become a woman because it seems like she really likes Kinemon. We saw in this week's episode how she was besides Kinemon, so it seems like she likes Kinemon. And obviously Kinemon has a wife that seems to be a lot younger than he is because it's been 20 years and she's, it seems like she's pretty young, so I don't know. But yeah, man, that's something that I've been wondering about Okiku for a while. But yeah, man, it was a really good episode. I really liked it. I'm wondering what happened in these 2 days, for the people to not go to the rendezvous point with the samurais, you know. So we'll have to see in the future of the series. But let me know what you thought about this week's episode in the comments down below, and let me know what you think is gonna happen next. I do One Piece reviews every Saturday, so subscribe for that. But I also do other anime related things like Boruto Naruto Next Generation reviews on Sunday mornings. I do Attack on Titan the final season on Sundays too. I do Black Clover reviews on Tuesdays. Then I do the Promised Neverland and Dr. Stone reviews on Thursdays and Jujutsu Kaisen reviews on Fridays. So last week I didn't do reviews for Black Clover, Dr. Stone, and the Promised Neverland. It's coming back next week, so don't worry about that. But yeah, man, like, comment, subscribe. It would help my channel a lot. And follow me at Anime Specialist on Twitter and Instagram, man. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Anime Specialist out. Peace.